everybody, Marvin's and Halfling, and welcome back to Marvel's Midnight Suns. In the last episode, we met Venom and Yuri Lowenthal. Now, we are back, and we just met Charlie Girl as well. Now we're just exploring the Abbey, because I want to see if I can find more things lying around. Ooh.
Interesting.
Break of Chains, Jeremiah Kane.
Ah.
Endra Moore, Fighter Our Heart. Yelena Nikovic, beloved and best and made it so. Will Walker,
Intriguing.
son of this land. So how do I get arcane keys? Damsel in Orlando. Masterworks. You have collected a masterwork. In addition to paintings already hanging in the Abbey walls, masterworks can be found scattered around the Abbey grounds. Masterworks can be hung in any empty frames inside the Abbey. Cool. Tarot card. Temperance. Cloak and dagger. Cloak pours from his goblet into daggers, allowing the power between them to retain balance. This card represents harmony and creating something new through combination. I would love to see Cloak and Dagger in this game. They're some of my favourite mystic type heroes. What's this? Interesting. What was that? Evening in the Woods, common masterwork. Can I actually see these masterworks? Yeah, okay. Cool. Ooh, what's this I've found? This looks like something fun. This is the garage! Here's Robbie's car! Awesome! Cool. Right, so Robbie's working on his, like, own personal man cave. That's awesome that I found Robbie's car. Waiting just around the river bend. What's this place? Interesting. Another one of those seals. Doesn't seem like there's really anything outside much other than that one tarot card that I found. I wonder, can I enter the others' rooms? There's Blade. Okay, now everybody else has got an emblem. Iron Man. Where's Strangers? I'm guessing I only get the emblems on the door as I unlock people. So we've got Blade and Iron Man, so where's Strangers? Ooh, tarot card. Thor. Electrical energy erupts around Thor as he wields Mjolnir. This card represents great courage in taking control of one's destiny. Cool. Strange. There's Strange. Ah, I was right. Where's my room? Where is my room? My room is just nowhere to be seen. I don't own a room anymore. It comes and goes as it pleases. Where did I actually come from at the start of this? Where is my room?
You're looking stronger than...
Ah, this is my room. Okay. Okay, I found it. I found my room.
Alright, stop messing around.
No.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
Okay. Room upgrades. That all costs way too much gloss. I guess I'll have to wait till I go on a mission or something to get more gloss. Is there anything else I can do? Ooh.
Fine.
No.
Speak.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
No.
And now Stark is hard at work.
Doesn't look like there's anything else there. Although I'm not really looking. Okay, the forge.
Now?
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
Mephisto.
However, it might shatter the containment spell, preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
New costume.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
That looks cool. Why doesn't it have my face mask though?
Still think it could have used a cloak.
No. No capes. Although if you're giving away your levitation. Ah, there's my mask.
Damn near indestructible. And we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
Unless it's levitating, I don't want
I
it.
think everything could benefit from a cloak.
Yes.
I do not.
Okay, I am going to have...
Put your cape when you think no one's listening.
I'm going to have this on though.
No, this cloak has helped me
Okay,
see
apparently I
universal
can't.
distinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
There are sides.
Have, but it considers you something of a slob.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Uh-huh.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
No.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some...
Grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any
Did
other
this
symptoms
Doctor
arise,
Strange die
please
at
tell
some
me.
point?
Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that.
Uh-huh.
In any event,
The
I, for
cremation?
one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
I was never good at math either.
I would rather stand down a horde of rampaging Lilin than face one of Agatha's mathematics puzzles. Sacred or not, geometry be damned.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't my least favorite requirement in pre-med. Still, if only I had studied harder, I would have reached some deeper understanding that could have altered this outcome.
We will alter this outcome, Doctor.
On that, we most certainly agree, Hunter. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda. She was...
Is there a what if where Doctor Strange dies and Wanda becomes the Sorceress Supreme?
But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
How did Wanda's... That kind of power sounds like it could be dangerous.
We don't truly know the extent of Wanda's power, and in that respect, you two are very similar. Were she here now, I think you would have found her to be a kindred spirit.
And you have been keeping an eye on her?
You make it sound like I've been guarding her. My role here is merely one of friendship for as long as she needs it. One thing is certain. She refuses to step foot on the Abbey grounds for any reason.
I feel like everyone is avoiding mention of Agatha.
Yes.
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm afraid it's really not my place. You should speak to Sarah about her when you're ready.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
How does Eddie feel about this arrangement?
He seems to relish the experience. And under Lilith's spell, they've clearly become more cohesive than ever before.
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis. Maybe he has some insight.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove to be an invaluable asset in the ongoing fight against both Venom and Lilith.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Ley lines?
I know what ley lines are,
Often
but
dismissed as pseudoscience in the modern day, ley lines
just trying to
actually
exhaust all
represent the
audio.
convergence of magical energies formed within the earth itself. Ancient civilizations built their temples along these lines, tapping into the power flowing through them. 2 such lines converge at the Sanctum's location. Needless to say, the wards benefit greatly.
Will the wards ever provide the same protection that they had?
It may be possible to undo the damage, but now that a weakness has been exposed, I'll have to rethink my approach entirely. Tony did offer a military-grade laser protection grid, should I be so inclined to go that route.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
I mean, you could always ask Dormammu if he wants to bargain.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Tell me about this demon. Why is it there?
Well, you would probably know more about that than me. I'm still working on a way to keep track of everything that goes bump in the night around here. Whatever they've got trapped down there. It's hotter than hell by a few thousand Kelvin, very pissed off, and really good at weaving synthetic microblends. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
Oh, he's got a lot to say.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
I take it this new...
And hey, the build...
Okay.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic
Really?
fields, and oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
Gamma seems to be a reoccurring theme these days.
Oh, you think I'm bad? You should ask Bruce. Actually, don't. He's been really sensitive since... You know what? Never mind.
Okay, so I can't repeat things with him like I did with Strange.
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
Wait till you see my demon dog.
I am sure there are worse places to be.
Oh, true. I could be rooming next to Carol. Her snoring is loud enough to wake the dead. Really, really tired people. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy we have a place free from Lilith's influence. While it lasts.
What sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
Okay. So, why not magically create a way through that symbiote shield?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish upon a star here.
Why?
We need to know what we're making first and put together the right components. Otherwise, I'd have already whipped up Strange a new personality.
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at
No,
MIT.
it was a Winter Soldier.
And was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
Bit full of yourself, aren't you?
You sound pretty pleased with yourself.
Now you're starting to sound a little like Pepper. And Jennifer. Of
Who's
course,
Jennifer?
they both think I'm full of something else.
He almost lost.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time. Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Yield Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting
No.
ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading
That's
our
a
equipment.
reference to the Incredible
I like
Hulk,
where
isn't
this is
it?
going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change?
Sure.
How's it going, boss?
Tony Stark can use coil material covered in create new hero abilities. Only one of the abilities can offer. Choose wisely. Okay.
Analyzing.
Beyond
Take
no
your pick,
abilities. Restore 36 health, life steal, or knockback. I'm gonna go with the life steal, I think. Yeah, life steal.
This thing behind.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Sure. You gain copy current abilities. Taken in the yard, duplicate abilities can be combined with new ones, more powerful versions. Oh god. How many objectives do I have? Okay, I've just got blank. Okay. Thank god. Can I go back to my, like... Ooh, inventory. Now if I go with Blade... Edit deck. Okay. Heroes must have 8 abilities equipped to their combat deck. Equip new ability must first unequip. Okay. So I've got 2 of them already. Chain 2. The next 2 damage code applies bleed. We'll get rid of 1, make it bleed, and swap it for a stake. Oh, I can only have 2 of the same. Right then. And with him, I'm going to go customization. So I can see all these other suits now. Or I can't. Okay. Right then. And I can't, like, customize it anyway. Why can't I change out of my suit?
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days.
What happened to your shades?
Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
Nope, it's Eric.
No,
What is it?
it's private.
Nice to meet you, Private.
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
Okay.
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work.
Fair enough.
If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
Nico.
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Who else?
Robbie.
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anybody else?
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At
When you get her
pace.
friendship level all the
Respect
way.
that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Anybody else?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
Yeah.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
That's all.
Nobody else.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
Do you really care?
I am ready to train.
Finally. Time's wasting, Hunter.
If you're possesses 2 copies of an ability, they can be combined to create a new, more
Not everyone
powerful
wants
version.
my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Okay.
See you around.
Talk to Captain Marvel.
Sup?
Thanks, Blade.
Sure.
Like the way you
Hi.
move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Not as persuasive as I, Captain.
I said you can call me Carol,
Oh.
and I wouldn't bet on that. You just woke up from a 300-year nap. You've never seen me go binary on someone.
Binary?
I don't want to spoil the surprise. Find
That's
me in the
what it's
war room
called
you're
when
finished here.
she glows,
There's a
she
few
goes
things we should
binary.
discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
I didn't mean to lose friendship points with her. I thought I was being... Okay. Don't worry about it.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore.
Hi, Bruce.
The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
Oh, we waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei. which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Wait, you're being serious?
That's funny.
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now.
You haven't even figured out your Actorman.
Enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two.
Frightened.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
Definitely not everyone.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a
There we go.
visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
You haven't got a hair on your arm standing up.
Find me when you're ready.
Sure, caretaker. See you soon.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Yep, that sounds like Captain Marvel, alright. Can I please go into my normal, like, clothes? Please. Alright. Then we go heroes, we go this, go custom, do that. Off. Why am I still in... Why? Wait, I can actually, like, put on my... I can put on my silk mask when I'm not in my hero costume. That's funny. No. That's funny.
Stark's holographic monstrosity better not scratch my table. I can't just hop over to Atlantis and pick up another one, you know.
Right. Well, we're going to leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and if you've got anything, comment any games you like to play, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.